Hi everybody, welcome to All Games New and Old. I'm David Rodriguez, and today I've got something a little different to unbox. Okay, I'm going to kind of talk about some things that I'm not even sure I fully understand, because this is for organized play and I don't usually get into that. But this is for the game Dace Masters, which, if you aren't familiar, is sort of like an evolution of the game Couriers that came out several years back. It was designed by Eric Lang, I believe, and so that's good pedigree right there. But it's a really fantastic game, and when it started, it was all in booster packs. Like, you'd buy a booster pack and it'd have 2 cards and the dice that go with them. And more recently, they have changed it, so now they have like entire sets in one box. But this is organized play, and it's got draft packs in it, so this is going to be kind of a different thing for me. I've never opened one of these before, but I couldn't pass up the set that's based off of the Dark Phoenix Saga from X-Men. One of the greatest comic book stories ever, I would say. Dace Masters has a lot of different IPs. It has, of course, Marvel. It has DC, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Yu-Gi-Oh!, WWE, Warhammer 40K, and Dungeons & Dragons also. So a lot of different kinds of sets, and you can mix and match them if you want to your heart's content. I don't really do that. I like to usually just stick to one set when I play. Usually what we'll do is my wife will pick one set to make her team from, and I'll pick I'll pick a different set to do. So anyway, that's kind of enough about that. Let me get into this box here. And let's see, I'm not going to use my pizza cutter on here because I'm not even sure how I would, to be honest with you, with how this box is set up. So I'm just going to kind of cut into here, and we're going to see what we get. You know, when I first saw Dace Masters on shelves, I really, even though it was like the first set was Avengers versus X-Men, and which is a cool theme, but I really kind of ignored it because I was like, oh man, I don't know, like, dice, how can that really capture the feel of these characters? Like, it just seemed like a silly, cheesy product to me. And I was really wrong, because they're actually really great at creating different feeling with these characters and their dice. This is kind of a neat display. I may have to keep this display around for a second. I think that's really cool. I love Dark Phoenix. One of my favorite characters in X-Men for sure. So we have a whole bunch of packs in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 packs. I believe each one has 15 cards in it and 24 dice. So that'll be kind of interesting. So I think I'm gonna dump these out, and we'll just take one pack at a time, I believe. Now in this game, there's these dice that are, I forget the term they use, like minion or sidekick dice. And I don't know if this set's going to have any in there. Luckily, I have other sets, because you do need those to play. It's basically like a bag building game. So you're going to choose your team of 8 characters, and then there's going to be dice associated with them that you have to basically purchase from your cards to add into your dice bag. But you start off with these very basic minion cards, and you'll use those to build up the resources you need to buy the better cards as you go on. And then you'll attack your opponent. So let me go ahead and get in here. I don't really know specifically what the characters are going to be in here. I'm familiar with the Dark Phoenix Saga, so I'm sure I'll see plenty of familiar characters. I just haven't looked at anything as far as like what's actually in this set. So we're going to see. I'm very excited about this. I haven't bought a new Dace Masters anything in a long time. The last one I bought was the WWE set, which was a pretty cool set. Especially if you like WWE. Okay, so yeah, I don't see sidekick dice in here, so it looks like that's not going to be something that that they have in these sets. So I'm glad that I have other things. This might not be the way you'd want to start. So this has some keywords and symbols for the Dark Phoenix Saga. That's important because, you know, it's much like a Magic the Gathering sort of thing, where you know there's all these keywords, and that'll affect, of course, how the cards are played. So, all right, so you have basic action cards, and those are cards that anyone can buy dice for. So you'll have a few of those per game that are out on the table. Usually one, if I remember right, one person will pick 2 basic action cards to have out, and the other one will pick another 2, but anyone can buy from those dice. So you have a dampening collar. I'm not going to get too much into the rules, because honestly it's been a little bit since I played, so I don't know if I could really explain them that well anyway. We have lab test basic action card, the front line, basically, oh, Deadpool. So usually for every character there's I think there's 3, maybe 4 different versions of their cards. They might have different abilities and may cost a different amount to buy the dice from. So this is Deadpool, #1 draft pick. We have Iceman, Icy Interference. Magneto, Idealist. I say Magneto. I've gone on a rant about why. I am technically wrong about that pronunciation, but I refuse to accept that fact. So that's what's going to happen. So, Mr. Sinister. I like Mr. Sinister. He's a character that I always thought was cool, and I never have had any idea what his powers are. I don't know if Marvel knows what his powers are, to be honest with you. So, there's that. Psylocke. Always love Psylocke. They always choose really great art for this game as well, which is fantastic. Vulcan. Okay. What are they appearing? He's like the, oh gosh, what are they called? The Imperial Guard, something like that, I believe. I'm not familiar with all those characters, although I definitely see them. There's Angel from Jean Grey's school. Looks like he's got half like Angel and half Archangel there, but pretty neat. Colossus. Ronan the Accuser. I don't remember him being involved in it, but I could be wrong. It's been a bit since I read it. And we have we got a foil, Supreme Intelligence of the Kree, I believe, which I really don't think he was involved in Dark Phoenix Saga, but there he is. It's a cool looking card. It actually feels really neat too. And then we have the Blob, another foil, immovable. Good old Blob, and Kitty Pryde. I always really like Kitty Pryde. You know, she's not like the most powerful of the X-Men by any stretch, but I think they really made her kind of a badass, so I love her. So that's all the cards for that little deck there. These are the dice that go along with it. Each side is kind of different. Some will just have an energy thing, which will give you resources, and then others will have basically stats on there, how much it costs to put the die into play, and then their attack and defense value. So it's, I'm not going to go into a full rule teach here, but it's a really neat game. And one thing that surprised me, because of how my wife and I do it, where we just pick a set each and then make a team out of it, is the different sets really can have sort of a different feel to them, beyond just even the characters, I think. Like there's one set she has that I want to say is a DC World's Finest set, and it's just a very tricky set, I'd say. Like there's lots of little things that you have to watch out for with that one, and it's always kind of a mental exercise trying to go against it. All right, so here's more of my dice. I'm not going to try to figure out what these are right now. I'm just going to kind of look at them. They always have really good, high-quality dice in these things, though. Okay, so we have more basic action cards. We have Explosion and Living the Dream. Try to get this a little closer here. Okay, hold on, keep these focused on here. Making the Team, basic action card. Cyclops, First Class. Dark Phoenix, Malevolent. Now, so she costs 7 to put out, which is really a lot. That's a pretty high. It's not the highest I've seen, but as you'd expect, Dark Phoenix, yeah, it's not a low cost one to put out. Forge. There's Magneto again. Yeah, it's the same version of him as I saw before. I wonder if with the draft packs, if they actually do have different versions of each card. I'm really not sure. So there's Professor X. Rogue. I love Rogue. She's one of my absolute favorites. I haven't been up to date on the comic book. I heard they kind of did away with her thing where she couldn't touch people, and like weirdly she just had to, I don't know, like it was like a mental block of her own, I guess. I'm not sure if that's right. So, okay, so I just answered this question. So this is Ronan the Accuser again, but I actually have a different Ronan the Accuser card. So they do have different versions of each card in these sets. There's Angel, Jean Grey's school. I'm pretty sure that's what I had before. Corsair, leader of the Starjammers, and Cyclops and Havoc's father. All right, we've got, oh, awesome, a foiled Jean Grey. Jean Grey really is one of my favorites. I mean, just from being Phoenix for one, and then, gosh, this looks really cool on video, doesn't it? And just the whole love triangle with her and Cyclops and Wolverine has always just been a really interesting and intriguing story, I think. So one of my favorites for certain. Oh, Madeline Pryor, another one of my favorites. This is actually one of my favorite X-Men villains. And the storyline that I started reading X-Men was the Inferno storyline. And she was the big baddie in that one. And so, you know, in a way, she's kind of responsible for me loving X-Men as much as I do. She is, okay, everything I'm going to say, by the way, about these characters, I don't know if they've retconned it or anything, so I could be way wrong at this point. But she is a clone of Jean Grey, and she was made by Mr. Sinister to have Cyclops fall in love with her so they could have kids that would be ultra powerful or something. So there's another angel, foil angel, very cool. Okay, that was that pack. We're getting through them. I know, or at least I'm pretty certain, a lot of the people who watch my channel probably don't play this. I don't know that this game is actually... I think it's popular in pockets. Like in certain areas, I think it's popular. Like there's not really much of an organized play community here where I live that I'm aware of. So I know, people play them somewhere. So, there's that. But like I said, you don't really need that unless you're just obsessed with that kind of thing. But I just play with my wife, and I would, play with any friends who wanted to play. But that's about it. Okay, so we've got... I've been putting these to the side to kind of try to organize them as I get stuff out, and I just realized I was doing something really weird with the basic action cards, but that's fine. So we have Lab Test again. I had that one before. Oh, a foil basic action card, Mutation, Power Bolt, Angel. I'm getting Angel a lot. I don't know how many different versions I have now. There's Bishop. And here's Blob. I had a foil of him before. This is just, of course, regular Blob. It's a different version of him, too. There's Corsair again. Different version of Corsair, though. Gladiator. I remember him. I remember he's super strong, but it's based on his confidence. If you can shake his confidence, he suddenly becomes a lot easier to deal with. There's another Kitty Pryde, different version of her. There's Rogue again. That's the same version Rogue I had before. Cyclops, but it's a foil. Defending the Phoenix. I don't think that's the one I had before. Oh, Master Mold. Okay. He's the big bad, like Mega Sentinel kind of. I don't know if person's the right word, but let's put some on there. There we go. Professor X, House of X. More Angel. I'm getting Angel like crazy in this box. Toad. Okay, cool. There's good old Toad. So the first set of it I got, because what they used to do is they'd have like these little boxes, bigger than these, but they'd be a starter set, and they'd have, I don't remember how many different characters. They had some characters and 2 dice for each of them, and some basic action cards, and then it'd have your sidekick dice. And then you could buy like you buy the booster packs, or what I would just do is I would get the box of boosters that they called Gravity Feed, and then I would just go through and open all those and have a bunch of cards to pick from. So let's see. All right, here's all our dice again. Some of these dice are familiar just from first time I saw them. All right, let's see. All right, so we got another foil basic action card, Dampening Collar, which I've had that card before. Living the Dream. I imagine there's only so many of the basic action cards. Tight Ranks. I don't think I've seen that one yet. Oh, Blink. See, some of them have no specific ability whatsoever on here, which is kind of interesting. But they have their basic stats, which can still be useful. Landra, who is the Queen of the Shi'ar Empire and Professor X's girlfriend for a long time. Madeline Pryor. So they're like strictly sticking to the Dark Phoenix Saga because a lot of these characters were not involved in it. Madeline Pryor hadn't even shown up yet at that point. Sabretooth. I'm glad there's Sabretooth. It kind of has to be. Oh, Storm. It's amazing how many of these I realize I haven't even come across yet until I hit them. Okay, so there's the Supreme Intelligence of the Kree again. There's Bishop. Oh, cool. Foil Storm. Storm's pretty awesome. I like her better in her later years when she gets a little tougher. Like there's a storyline where she loses her power and she has to become kind of more of a hard ass, to be honest with you. And I kind of like her more from that point than the early days where she just gave big speeches a lot. There's Toad again, Blink. Oh, see, so this Blink has some powers or some abilities here as well. So it can vary. All right, sorry if there was a sudden jarring kind of shift in the visuals there. One of my lights went out, so I had to go fix that. All right, Gladiator again. Ooh, a foil Mr. Sinister. Very nice. So I'm curious if any of you have played this. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. And if you do the organized play thing or tournaments or anything like that, what you think of those, if you enjoy doing that. I know in the tournaments, it's much more common for people to just take things from different sets and mix them up, which I think is, I mean, it's totally fine. It's obviously a very valid way to play, and it's kind of what's intended, but I just kind of prefer not to in general. I don't know. I think I like to keep my team's a little more thematic, at least somewhat, if I can. So like, I don't want to have, you know, Dark Phoenix hanging out with Yu-Gi-Oh, hanging out with Raphael from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I don't know if Yu-Gi-Oh is a character name. I don't know much about Yu-Gi-Oh, to be honest with you, but okay. Let's see here. All right, there's all our cool dice. All right, we got another foil basic action card, radicalization basic action card, take cover, basically. So these are all, I mean, well, the first one wasn't, but a lot of these are kind of new. Daken is the Emperor of the Shi'ar, at some point at least. Dark Phoenix, Malevolent. It's the same version I had before. I'm hoping I get some more Dark Phoenix ones. Oh, Deathbird. She is a nasty customer, I'll tell you that. I don't know about it in the game. She only costs 2, so I don't think she does a lot, but in the comics, she's pretty brutal. So there's Forge again. Oh, Jubilee. Yeah, she definitely wasn't in the X-Men yet. I think they've had some kind of resurgence of the Dark Phoenix at some point in the comics, but I don't know who is around for all that, so couldn't tell you that. There's Master Mold again. Got a foil Toad. Very nice. Oh, Moira McTaggart. I know they've done a lot with her, too, and giving her kind of crazy powers for a while. She was just like a good doctor, but I don't remember what... She had some kind of really bizarre power set or something going on. Oh, Mystique. Yay. Freedom Force Mystique. I much prefer just like the normal, I mean, well, normal, but blue skin, other than the, rather than the one in the movie where it's all like scaly and weird. I'm just not really a big fan of that. It's fine. Oh, Phoenix. So they have like not Dark Phoenix too. So that's kind of cool. And I got a foil one of her. That's fantastic. Ronan the Accuser again. And Vulcan. Where are you, Vulcan? Vulcan. Oh, there. All right. We got 3 more boxes left. So not too many. Again, I don't know how well viewed this video is going to be. So if you are watching right now, thank you very much. I just know that this is not a super popular game at the moment. I don't believe anyway. But, you know, if you've never really messed with this game, I do hope you'll give it a shot. Again, you wouldn't want to get this particular set because it doesn't have those basic dice you need, but there's a few sets now. They moved away from the collectible model where it has usually everything you need to play with all the cards and dice in a given set. Oh, I could tell I'm gonna get Gambit because I don't know if you can see this. It's kind of hard to see, but it's got like old playing cards on there. So Gambit's gonna be in here, which I don't think I've seen Gambit yet. So, all right. So you got the Mutant Research Program basic action card. Powerbolt, I've seen that at the front line, but all cool and foil. Daken, just got him. Ooh, a foiled Deadpool. That's awesome. There's Gambit. I hadn't seen him yet. Ace in the Hole. All right. There's Moira. Taggart. Toad. Vulcan. I wonder if I'm going to see any more new cards if I have at least one of each different person. I don't know. Daken. Wow, another Daken. Deathbird. Melandra. I always thought the Shi'ar were kind of weird aliens because they have this sort of like feathery head situation going on. They're really unusual looking. But I mean, well, I say that, but they're very close to looking just human, but they just have some different things going on. So there's Rogue, Jean Grey, and Mr. Sinister again. Okay. 2 more boxes to go. So my wife and I were talking, what we're going to do is we're going to lay all these cards out one of these days and just kind of draft our team from them, which is something that we did with the WWE set as well. And that's kind of a fun way to do it too. If we don't both pick separate stuff, that's an alright way to go about it. Alright. Because they used to be so collectible, I had a lot of dice that, you know, you don't ever really need more than 4 of any one dice, because I don't think any of the cards can have more than 4 of them. And I had all these extra dice, and I thought, well, wouldn't it be cool if I got one of those like fillable lamps and put those in the lamp, and that would be cool, but I don't have nearly as many extra dice as I thought I did, so I can't really do it. All right, Organic Steel basic action card, Radicalization, have that. Rally, I don't think I had Rally yet. Okay, Beast, wow, I hadn't even gotten to Beast yet? This is crazy. All right, Cyclops. Emma Frost, oh my god. Yeah, Emma Frost had to be in here. Emma Frost, also one of my favorite characters. I like her because she was such a good villain, and then her being a hero now, it just kind of baffles me, but it's cool though. Oh, and Magic, gosh dang, man. I like these characters a lot, so like it almost, since I'm getting down to the bottom of my openings here, I'm almost kind of bummed some of these I don't have all the different versions of. Master Mold. Ooh, a foil Beast, that's awesome. There's our buddy Blob again. My camera keeps focusing on the background stuff, and I don't want it to. There's probably a way to make it just not do that, but I don't know what it is. So Mr. Sinister. As I'm opening these, I'm trying to put them in stacks of like cards. That way it'll be easier to sort, but it does take a minute. So Gambit. Oh good, I got another Gambit. Okay, this is a different Gambit, more expensive Gambit. Magneto. All right. This is the last one. This is the last pack. So I am excited to see what's in here. Hopefully I get some more of these cards I didn't get too many of. Like I only have one Sabretooth, for instance. I only have one Emma Frost, one Phoenix that is not Dark Phoenix. I would love to get some more of those. I don't know if I'm gonna have that kind of luck. I only have one Mystique, oh my gosh. There's so much good stuff. And I'm excited. This is a game that, you know, I haven't played for a while, just because I've been trying to play some other things. But it's such a good game. You know, when my wife and I get on a kick where we're doing it, we play it a lot. So I'm very happy to see some new cards in my collection here. So this is a new basic action card for me. Arch Nemesis, Making the Team. I haven't had that one. Mutation. Oh, Cable. I haven't seen Cable yet either. I'm actually not a big fan of Cable. I don't know why. I think, you know, he came in with the Rob Liefeld stuff, and he was just like, look at me, I got guns, and I'm all got 1,000 pouches, and that, boring. All right, anyway, he's got some interesting things about him, but it's hard for me to get past that how much I didn't like him when he got here. There's a Foil Iceman, another Lilandra, Ronan the Accuser. I do sort of wish when they did sets with these, they wouldn't get so far out of it, because I really don't think like Ronan the Accuser and the Kree Supreme Intelligence was in this series at all. It's not that I recall. Is this the first Wolverine that I got? Oh my god. It's almost criminal. I only have one Wolverine. Ridiculous. Meanwhile, I've got 1,000 Icemen and Angel. Magneto. Psylocke. I think I only had one other Psylocke. This is a different one at least, so that's cool. Vulcan. Corsair. And Professor X. And so that's what I got. That is all the dice that I got in that draft box. So there's definitely cards that I'm missing, for sure, which I'm not surprised. But I did get a good selection of cards, so I'm really excited. I definitely want to play this. I'm actually hoping maybe I can do a review of this soon. Again, it's going to be one of those that I'm not sure the viewership is going to be really high, but you know, for those of you that check it out, I really hope that that you'll give it a try. I could give a spoiler and just say it's gonna get rated high. If you saw our top 50s all time, this was, I think it might have been in both of our top 5s even, I'm not sure, but it was definitely both of our top 10. We both love Dace Masters a lot. So anyway, that is my unboxing of the Dace Masters Dark Phoenix Saga retail display draft kit. It's got a long title, but that's basically what it is. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit like and subscribe, click the little bell icon so you know about the next time I put out a video. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you all around the table again at All Games New and Old. Bye. If you liked that video, you have no idea how much I respect your wise and intelligent opinion. And you might like this video.
Or this one.
Either way, if you want to go ahead and click this button to subscribe, we'd really appreciate it.
We'll see you around the table.
Bye.
Bye.